Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that because we're currently at around 320. We're working our way up to 400 subs. Once we get to 400, we're going to go for 1,000. It's going to be awesome. So if you just subscribed, you get a thumbs up from Sandro. Thank you for that sub. I really appreciate it. Anyways, we're here on animationmagazine.net. We've got a nice article from Mercedes Milligan. Very exciting news. You can see the picture right here. And I mean, if you already clicked the video, you probably have a good idea what the story is about. But King of the Hill writer says revival in hot negotiations. Hot negotiations. What does that mean, hot negotiation? That means it's probably likely going to happen. This is great news. King of the Hill is a fan favorite of people who grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Well, actually, how old is this show? It's quite old, right? Like it's I think it was definitely 90s. Let me just double check really quick, actually. King of the Hill creation. Let's see here. 1997. Yeah, so this is quite an old one here. 3 plus 24 years, I think. Yeah, something like that, right? 24-ish years. Yeah. Actually January 12th. Yeah, so it's definitely over 24 years that the show's since the show premiered. So that's quite a while, I'd say. So let's jump into this article. So, King of the Hill, this is great news. Let's read a little bit about what's going to be happening here. So with a reboot of Beavis and Butthead in the works, along with a spin-off of its spin-off, that's okay. Now, if you guys don't know what the hell that means, I know. What kind of language is the spin-off of its spin-off? Yeah, so guys, Beavis and Butthead is getting a reboot. I did a video on that quite a while back. If you want to go watch that, go ahead. So Beavis and Butthead getting a reboot. Now, Beavis and Butthead back in the day did so well that they actually made a spin-off called Daria. Now, I also made a video on that one. I also did a video on that. And I talked about... I talked about Jody. That's what I actually did. Jody was, you might remember, in Daria, if you've ever seen it. And here's the thing. I got to say, Daria is a very boring show. Like, I never really was into it. It's just, I found Beavis and Butthead to be really funny, but, like, Daria just was kind of bland and boring. Kind of reminded me of this show called Ugly Betty. I never could get into it. Yeah, Daria just... But if you guys ever watched Daria, you might remember she had a black friend named Jody. Now, for whatever reason, I guess because they wanted to give more black shows to, black characters, cartoons or whatever. Black female lead as a cartoon character. A lot of companies are doing that. Actually, I just talked about today, if you were watching this on the 18th, I just released this video about Bird Girl, which, well, she's a white character, but she has a whole posse of diversity here. But yeah, a lot of these companies are going for this now where they always just want some like woke lead or whatever the hell. Just like this show, you could see all the girls have flat chests and, it's one of those type of shows. But, yeah, guys. So let's. So we got Jody. She's getting her own show. Daria's black friend there. I think they also said Daria is probably going to appear in a couple episodes there, here and there. They'll probably have Daria appear in Beavis and Butthead too. She'll probably just, and then I think that after that, if Jody does well enough, they'll probably just make a Daria reboot also. So they'll have Beavis and Butthead, Daria, and Jody. Also, there's a Clone High reboot, which I love Clone High. Clone High, it has such a cult following. I am part of that cult following. I love Clone High. I did a video on that one also. Yeah, I've done a lot of videos. As I think I've done 200 and something videos in my 1 year of YouTubing. Coming up on a year in a couple months. But so creator Mike Judge may have another animated resurrection on his hands soon. So on top of all that stuff, Clone High, Beavis, Butthead, Jody, possibly they'll probably make a Daria reboot also. And now they're talking about King of the Hill. King of the Hill, great show, great show. Tech Radar reported during a Reddit AMA, which is always great. That stands for Ask Me Anything, in case you guys don't know. Series writer Brent Forrester revealed that an aged up Aged Up. Okay, that's interesting. Age Up revamp of Emmy and award-winning animated sitcom King of the Hill could soon be heading to screens. Not like movie screens, like TV screens, phone screens, that kind of thing. It's not a movie. It's not a movie. So when asked if he had any updates about a potential revival, Forrester responded, "I am sure co-creators Greg Daniels and Mike Judge will murder me for sharing this, but hell yes." Hell yes, man. Look at that. Capital. Hell yes. They're in hot negotiations to bring back King of the Hill. And that is just amazing news. Wait a minute. The Trump administration? The Trump administration made it suddenly very relevant again. Oh, okay. Is that like a slight at Trump, or is that like I don't I'm not sure what exactly that means. Is it, I'm not sure what the hell they're aiming for with that quote. But the characters have all aged 15 years. The project is so good. Okay, I've said too much. So that's the plan. They're gonna make King of the Hill. You're gonna have Bobby. You're gonna have Hank, and probably Hank will actually Bobby. How old was Bobby in the show? He was a teenager, right? So he'll probably be in his 30s. He'll probably be 30 years old or something like that, 31, 32. Hank will probably be gray hair. Maybe he'll just be bald. Who knows? Hank's father will probably be dead, unless they keep him around as a super old geezer. Peggy will probably, she'll also be having gray hair, I'm assuming. And then, what's the cousin's name? I always forget her name. Is it Marianne or something? No, I can't remember the name, the cousin. But anyway, yeah. That's the idea. So they're going to go 15 years older. Is that a good idea? I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird seeing all the characters super old and stuff. Well, not that old, but 15 years older. That's quite some. It's kind of like Family Guy. Whenever you think of, there have been other shows like Family Guy that have been canceled, and then they don't do a 15-year skip, but. That's going to be crazy to see all the characters aged up 15 years. I don't know. Would Bobby have kids? I don't even know. I'm not sure, but okay. I'm interested. I'm very interested. King of the Hill is one of my favorites. Oh my God. Yeah. Back when I was a kid, the shows we would talk about in school would be Simpsons, Futurama, okay, I'm Canadian, so we would watch things like Total Drama Island when we were younger. But as we started getting older, a lot of people would be watching things like King of the Hill, South Park, all the classics, Futurama, Simpsons, etc., 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 Family Guy, all American Dad eventually. All the classics. So yeah, a lot of these adult shows we would definitely be watching, and King of the Hill was one of them, right? So it's great to have this old friend potentially coming back, and it looks very likely it's going to happen. But that's so interesting. 15 years in the future. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more here. How long does this go on for? Daniels revealed last year that the original network, Fox, had rejected a reboot. Why would they do that? What the hell? A couple years earlier, telling comicbook.com, "We do have a plan for it, and it's pretty funny. So maybe one day, that would be a super fun reboot. I feel like King of the Hill is easier to reboot because you can get all the characters, and they all look the same." What? But that's weird. He's talking about all the characters looking the same, yet they're going to do a 15-year time skip? What a weird, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I mean, this quote was taken a couple of years ago, right? A couple of years earlier, yeah. Maybe they changed their mind. Maybe one day they decided it'd be funny if we just did a 15-year time skip. But yeah, Forrester is an Emmy award-winning writer. They've said that a couple times. Do they really need to tell us that 4 times? And producer who has also worked on The Simpsons, The Office. Okay, so Final Space. See, that's a show I watched I think the first episode or 2. And then I just never watched another. It's not that it was bad. I just forgot to ever go back and watch more of it. And Space Force. So Final Space and Space. I'm not familiar with Space Force. Is that a newer show? I'm not too sure. I know Final Space is sort of new. It's a couple years old. He served as co-exec producer on King of the Hill's earliest seasons and returned on consulting producer in 2003-2004. He also wrote the episode Peggy's Turtle Song, in which the Hill matriarch quits her job to look after Bobby when he gets misdiagnosed with ADD and ends up questioning her place in life thanks to a feminist guitar teacher voiced by Annie DeFranco. Yeah, there was all kinds of weird episodes like that. Set in the fictional city of Arlen, Texas, which is always great. Texas, one of the very Republican and conservative states. Very good state there. King of the Hill followed the daily triumphs and challenges of the Hill family. Everyman propane salesman Hank. Oh, by the way, I love back in the day, like when we were kids, we actually had a guy named Bob in our school, but like everyone would always be like, "God dang it, Bobby." It was, it's like on the show. I always loved saying that. God dang it, Bobby. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's he is a propane salesman. I always loved it. People would always bring that up whenever someone would say propane. They always would do their best Hank impressions whenever they would say the word propane or barbecue or what, like those kind of things. And so that's always fun. But yeah, we got, hold on, Everyman propane salesman Hank, voiced by Judge, his wife, overly self-assured substitute teacher Peggy, Kathy Najimy, and soft-natured teenager son Bobby. So yeah, but like I said, Bobby, if he's a teenager in the original King of the Hill, he'd probably be in his 30s. So that's pretty interesting. He'd probably have children, I'm assuming, and an aspiring comedian, as well as their eccentric neighbors, families, and friends like Boom Howard and the rest of the gang. The main cast also featured Johnny Hardwick as Dale. Yeah, Dale was one of my favorites, the conspiracy theorist. Stephen Root as Bill. Yeah, Bill was the one who would always wear the white one. He was like the fat guy who was, kind of more of a stupid, or he was kind of like the stupid guy in the group. Brittany Murphy as Lorraine. Yeah, Lorraine. Oh, that was her name, Lorraine. This character here, she's the cousin. So there you go. Her name's Lorraine, and reoccurring and guest stars included Lauren Tom, Brecken Mayer. All these people, I'm not going to list all of them, but there you go. Let's skip ahead here. The series ran for 13 seasons from 1997 to 2010, winning 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. Yeah, they've said that like 5 times. Stop telling me. Outstanding Animated Program in 1999 and many other accolades. Originally aired on Fox, the series streams on Hulu. Both companies are now owned by Disney, and that's the worrying part, right? Like, it's like King of the Hill before is not going to be what King of the Hill would be today. They'd probably make it woke, knowing Disney, even The Simpsons, they've made jokes that, like, some of the characters can't smoke cigarettes because of Disney mandates in The Simpsons. So, both companies are now owned by Disney. So this reboot, like, I'm excited that King of the Hill's coming back. Probably. It says hot negotiations, so it's probably coming back. But like, it's owned by Disney. Why? This is like one of those monkey paw types of things. And was produced by. So yeah, there you go. It's owned by Disney. King of the Hill was produced by 20th Century Fox Television, now 20th Television. 3 Arts, Daniels, and animation studio Film Roman. So there you go. That's the end of it. Yeah, it's owned by Disney. Oh, fuck. Why did it have to be Disney again? So yeah, I think that this is going to be, I think it's going to happen, but I'm worried that Disney is going to ruin it. Man, it's one of those things. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think Disney is going to ruin this one? I think it could happen. I think they could go really woke with it and really destroy this once great franchise, or series, I guess we should say. It's not really that big of a franchise where it has multiple spin-offs and everything. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, share the video, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited that King of the Hill potentially might be coming back? Let me know. And that's it from me, Sandro Oates. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.